Hey VBS kids!
Hello!
My name is Sarah, and this is my husband Hyro. I'm sure you guys all remember that. But in the beginning of the week, we had you guys ask us questions about our experience so far in Honduras. So we had some fantastic questions, so we're going to go ahead and answer them. First question is from Abigail. Why did you want to move? Okay, well, that's a good question. We wanted to move because we felt, and we still do feel, that God has called us here to Honduras to serve the poor. And we don't know exactly at this moment if that means we're going to be serving children who are in poverty, or maybe people in gangs, or widows, or homeless people. We have no idea at this point. All we know for sure is that God has called us here as a married couple to start a ministry eventually. And we're just trusting that God is eventually going to show us what it is exactly that He wants us to do.
Well, next question is from Alexander. He asked, what are people like? People are nice and like to be more relational than they might be in North America. Every time they say hello to someone, they give a kiss on the cheek and a hug. Their skin is brown, just like me, and they're usually shorter than North Americans.
Just like him.
Just like me.
Great question. Okay, Katie, how is it dangerous? The reason that Honduras is so dangerous is because of the gang activity that goes on in the cities. There are no wars or battles here in Honduras. There's none of that. The danger is in the gangs fighting against each other for territory. And territory controls the money. And what they do is they try to take over businesses, any type of business you can imagine. They go to them and say, if you want protection, you have to give us money. If not, we're going to kill you. So that's what they have to do, to give these gangs money. And it's causing a big problem here in Tegucigalpa. And the problem is that when you go out and about the city, you never know where these gang people are and what they plan on doing. And so when you're out, it's very dangerous, because if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, it could be very bad. So that's the main reason that it's dangerous. Yeah. So I guess that would be it.
And usually gang members come from a broken home or a poor family because, that's really sad. Well, the next question is from Owen, and he asked, is there middle class? And yes, there's middle class. We have lower class and we have higher class. And it's kind of relative. Higher class in Honduras is more like middle class in North America, and middle class is more like poor or lower class in North America.
So pretty much the middle class here is like the poor, very poor in Canada. You'd have to be very, very poor to be like the middle class here. So, I mean, if you were to come into the city and look around and see the middle class, you would say, yes, they're very poor. So, yeah. Okay. Troy asked, why did you move if it's dangerous? And that's another really good question. And the only way to answer that question is to have an understanding of faith. And it's that if God has called you to do something, you have to trust that He's going to go with you, and He's going to go before you, and He's going to take care of you. And that's exactly what we have done, is that we know that God has called us here. And so we know without a doubt that God is with us here. And God already has done amazing things. In the 3 months that we've been here, He's just done absolutely amazing things in keeping us safe and providing. Just incredible. That just, we know that He's here with us, and we feel Him every day. And that's the main reason why we've moved here. And, you know, I guess in life you have to make a choice at some point, if you're going to live your life, to be a light for Jesus. And sometimes being a light for Jesus is hard and it's dangerous. and you might have to make sacrifices. You might have to do things that you don't really want to do, but in the end, if you're serving Jesus, it's worth it. And so that's the main reason why we moved here. And as Jairo mentioned earlier, with the gangs, and that's the main reason that it's so dangerous, the gangs. The people who are in the gangs, they have broken lives. They've come from broken families. They might not even know their mom or dad. They were living on the streets. They don't have money. They don't have shelter. They have nothing. And gangs, as twisted as it is, they offer family. They offer shelter, food, a job type thing, and so that's more than living on the street. So that's why a lot of people join, of the poor people join gangs, because at least they have a roof over their head. And so as much as people get so angry at gang people, and yes, they do many bad things, but you have to remember that they're broken too, and they need Jesus more than anyone. So that's the main reason why we moved here.
Next question. What is popular in Honduras? There are a lot of things that are popular, such as soccer, or football as we call it. Phones are popular, iPhones, smartphones, music is popular, computers, pretty much everything that's popular in Canada is popular down here. So,
good. And another question, or our last question is, what is the weather like? It's hot. It's always hot. It's hot all the time. You wake up and you're hot. You go to bed and you're hot. And so, but it's okay.
It's not humid.
It's not humid. No, it's not humid at all. It's just like a dry hot. So it's not that bad. And at night it gets cool, and after you're here for a couple weeks, your body kind of gets used to the heat, and so especially at night you get really cooled off pretty quick. But you know, we are in the rainy season now, and but unfortunately it hasn't been raining. So that's one thing that you guys can definitely be praying for, is that it can rain in Honduras, because there's a lot of people that, especially farmers, that aren't able to grow the food that they need to grow. So the price of food has gone up, and so as we've already mentioned, it's very hard right now to put food on the table. So that's one thing you guys will be praying for, is safety and for the rain. But anyways, thank you so much for your guys' questions. We love them. We hope we know you guys had a blast at VBS this week, and enjoy your day, and God bless you in all you do. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Adios.